Is your agency not growing the way you expected? There are probably two things that it all boils down to that are required elements of your marketing and business strategy. Let's go through them right now and let's make sure that you guys are touching on every one of these points. So the two things are basically you need to convince your target audience that you can solve their problems, their most pressing problems. And the second thing is you need to reach your target audience with an offer that they cannot refuse. So the first part, let's break down. You need to convince them that you are the person to solve their pressing problems. So the first part of that is you need to find out what their pressing problems are. A couple ways to do that. Go to YouTube and type in the industry and then, do something like how do realtors, and then see what kinds of questions that are most frequently asked. It'll recommend questions for you in that search field. So just kind of try to get a feel for what people are searching for. Do the same thing in Google and just make sure that you are offering a solution that deals with those particular issues that they're having. You also need to convince them that you're the one that can actually get in there and solve their problems. And there's a couple ways of doing that. One thing that's really required is evidence. You need to have some kind of proof on your page, trust elements on your website. Look through your entire funnel, look at all your touch points, and make sure that you are including trust elements so they feel comfortable working with you. And that is really an industry specific thing. The reason I tell you guys always to niche down is that it's much easier to do this when you're speaking to them. Use their language, use their terms. For example, I always use realtors as an example. They need to know that you're part of their tribe, somebody on the inside who can help them. And the best way to do that is to use their terminology. Say, don't tell them you can help them grow their business. Tell them that you're going to get them more listings. You're going to help them close more of their deals. So once you do that, you're going to much more likely convince them that at least you understand their business. The way that you convince them that you can solve their problems is through social proof, which is the next thing. You need to show them other people that have had their problems solved through your program. So that can take the form of testimonial videos that you push out to social media. That can take the form of just text testimonials that are on your landing page are a great way to do that. Case studies are really the ultimate way. If you have a customer that had a really extremely wonderful outcome, then why not sit down with them, ask them some questions, use ChatGPT to come up with a list of questions when you meet with them, to make sure you're getting every aspect of the experience documented. And if you can get that case study in video, it's even better. Another way to convince them that you're the right person is through knowledge-based articles. This is the hardest. You need to be consistent. Hopefully putting out videos on TikTok, but even if you just blog about this, you can use ChatGPT to create these blogs and the video scripts. But you need to convince them that you're knowledgeable on the subject, so when they go and check out your socials, they're going to see a feed that is rich with a lot of content and thought leadership kinds of articles that show that you do understand this business. Now let's break down that second part, which is just as important, which is reaching your target audience with an offer that they cannot refuse. A big part of this is FOMO. I keep talking about fear of missing out, or at least your offer needs to have some sort of a deadline, something that gets people motivated, gets them to kind of jump on the opportunity because it has some sort of a limitation that they need to be mindful of, or they may lose it. So once that is included, time for the next step. Now that you've got that killer offer, you need to actually reach your target audience with that offer. If nobody knows about it, it's just going to sit there like a tree in the forest. So to do that, there's so many techniques. This is a big area, but some of the ones I would focus on if I were you is retargeting. That's the most profitable ads I've ever run. So like for me, the only money I would spend on ads if you have a limited budget is retargeting. And here, a couple ideas for this. It just kind of depends on how you're putting out your thought leadership, but the best way to do this is to find people that are watching your stuff. They're actually a fan of yours. They believe in you. You need to hit those people with offers so they're not just sitting out there consuming your content like a parasite. horrible way to think about your target audience. Sorry about that. But you know what I mean. You really want to get them off the fence, get them working with you, not just, you don't want to be the person that's just giving them good ideas. So a couple ideas here. If your content is being put out in video form, like on YouTube or other video platforms, why not try a retargeting campaign where you target people that watch like more than a third of the way through one of your popular videos, and target those people with a video that is literally just an offer. Don't try to educate them. Make it an offer video where you're just going through the beginning and end of what it's like to work with you, and you've got this limited time offer, or however your FOMO offer is structured. Do it in video form so they understand what the offer is. They understand exactly what they have to do at the end of the video, so you can kind of get them off the sidelines. You could do similar things with your blog posts. If they visit that page, make sure you have a tracking pixel. Facebook offers these, AdRoll. There's a number of different retargeting platforms out there. Facebook is very good at this. Once you have that pixel on your blog posts, if anybody sees that blog post, you should follow them around for 60 days at least with offers. Hit them with that FOMO offer so you get them off the fence. Another opportunity here is through email. If you already have an email list, send it out to them. If you don't have an email list, you need to build one quickly and get those people your offer. Try a viral sweepstakes. It seems to be the best way that we've found to generate a large list quickly. Make sure you have a very generous offer for them for bonus entries, for referred entries, because every time, if you can get every person that enters your contest to get 2 additional people to enter that contest, now you've turned that 1 email into 3 emails. And once you have that email, I would immediately set an auto responder to trigger your offers and start trickling out content to them. Every 3rd email should definitely include that FOMO offer extremely prominently. Make sure that your website has that FOMO offer that appears only for the right people. If it's something that's so extreme you don't want your existing customers to get it, I wouldn't put it on your website. But if you do have a very popular website that is just for acquisition, you would certainly want to include it very prominently there. And if you're reaching people and your offer is great, then you should do exceptionally well at growing your business. If you don't, let's talk about it. Reach out to us and chat, and maybe we can set up a conversation to figure out, if there's a leak in your funnel, is something else happening? But anyway, to your success.